ADHD, or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, is a common issue affecting children and adults. It's a neurodevelopmental disorder that starts in childhood and continues into adulthood. The American Psychiatric Association has identified 18 signs that can indicate someone has ADHD. These signs include: 1. People with ADHD usually make careless errors and miss essential details at school or work. Their work might lack quality, and they often forget to proofread their papers. 2. Their attention span is shorter, so focusing on discussions, reading, or even just listening to the teacher can be a real challenge. 3. Have you ever talked to someone who seemed like they weren't listening? Well, that's another sign of ADHD. Even without distractions, they may think about something else entirely during a conversation. 4. Following instructions and completing tasks can be challenging for people with ADHD. They often lose focus quickly once they start something. 5. They often need help organizing their responsibilities. So, keeping things in order, managing time, and meeting deadlines can be quite a struggle. 6. Another thing to look out for is their tendency to avoid tasks that require a lot of mental focus. Lengthy homework, projects, reports, or even filling out forms can seem overwhelming to them. 7. Now, losing things is something we all do occasionally, but for people with ADHD, it's a regular occurrence. They often misplace items like pens, documents, keys, or even their phone or wallet. It can be frustrating for them and others around them. 8. Distractions are a big issue too. People with ADHD can easily get distracted by things they see, hear, or smell. And not just external stimuli get to them. Sometimes, their thoughts can pull them away from what they are supposed to be focused on. 9. Memory problems are also common in individuals with ADHD. They might forget important things like household chores or job meetings. Paying bills or making phone calls on time can be a real challenge for them. 10. Restlessness is another sign to watch out for. They may fidget a lot, tap their hands and feet, and constantly twist their bodies. It's like they can't stay still, even in situations where it's expected. 11. People with ADHD typically have difficulty staying seated. For example, they might leave their seat during a lecture or office meeting before it's finished. 12. It is common to witness children running or climbing in areas where it is deemed inappropriate. Older individuals might have a restless feeling that's hard to shake off. 13. Group activities and social events can be demanding for people with ADHD to focus on. They might have a hard time staying engaged in sports or even participating in yoga classes. 14. When it comes to social gatherings or workplace meetings, they often seem like they have an endless supply of energy. It's difficult for them to stay still for too long because of the restlessness they experience. 15. You know those people who keep talking and talking? Well, people with ADHD can be excessively talkative, even when it's not necessary. They often can't help themselves. 16. Being quick to answer and interrupt others is another thing you might notice. They often jump in and respond before someone has finished their question. 17. Waiting for their turn can be a real challenge for them, like when standing in line. And 18. People with ADHD often interrupt others and invade their personal space. They might grab things or use other people's belongings without permission. Now, keep in mind that not all of these signs have to be present in someone with ADHD, and there are other factors to consider as well. But for those who exhibit these signs, it can impact their social functioning, school performance, and even work. As for the causes and risk factors, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) has highlighted a few potential factors. These include genetics, brain injuries, low birth weight, premature delivery, tobacco and alcohol consumption during pregnancy, and exposure to environmental risks like lead. When it comes to treatment, medications and behavior therapy are standard options for managing ADHD. It's crucial to have a qualified mental health provider assess and diagnose the condition correctly so that they can recommend the most suitable treatment for each individual. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. We appreciate your support and see you in our upcoming videos.